it's good for me to actually record today because a lot happened over the past 2 days where it just woke me up that I needed to take a break. I have a tendency to push myself and want to help everybody and do everything for everybody else, but I forget that sometimes I need to take time out for myself and just, rest. And I forget that a lot. It's good to want to help others and be there for others, but it's okay to be there for yourself and stop and take a break and do things that you want to do. And that can include just you laying in the bed all day and just resting. I feel like I deserve that every so often. So I'm definitely going to take more time for myself. And it just made me think a lot about, over the years, how I always tried to please others and always seemed to help everyone, but when it came to my own personal health and mental, whatever, I was slacking and I wasn't taking care of myself. And that's caused a lot of stress and anxiety. It's caused a lot of frustration as well, because I always think, I'm doing for everyone and I don't get it back in return, but I can't think that way. Do what you can, but also remember, you got to stop and look after yourself and take a mental break, take a spiritual break, and do what you need to do in order to, grow. So it was a wake-up call because I was really drained. And I also got to remind myself, I'm working. I'm in college for my master's degree. So I do have to take that time for myself and just stay focused and learn. A friend of mine shook me last year and told me multiple times it's okay to say no. And I started to say no, but I haven't taken heed to that over the past few months. And I have to start back and remind myself I'm only one person and I gotta take a break and take care of myself. And not just that, just do things that I want to do for me. Thankfully, I guess around age 28, I just started embracing, loving myself and doing things that I wanted to do. And that was travel. I rode my first personal airplane, something I never thought I would do, and just had fun with friends. And like many people know, I really don't drive across the way that much. Like, I've driven to Richmond now. So I'm thankful for being able to push myself to overcome certain obstacles and just remind myself I'm only 30 years old. Like, it's okay to live my life and have fun. And, live the right way, that is, but still. But I was looking in the year of positive thinking, and this passage came to me. It said, disentangle from the past. Disentangle yourself from the past to embrace the future. Don't reside in your childhood, regardless of how wonderful and perfect it was. Move forward with all of the grace and acceptance you can muster. Let go, love boldly, grow, learn, then spread your wings and soar. Even before reading, I was thinking a lot today just about my childhood, how, number one, blessed I was to have Apostle Ames, who was my mother. Well, she was my grandmother, but she raised me from age 2 and up and became my mother. How thankful I was to have her. How thankful, even though, he didn't live here personally, but he's always been in my life and still is, my dad. Many people didn't have that. So I try to cherish those times. Growing up, I think I put up a lot with, many people have bullying, and a lot of it was even in my family. I felt like this is my own personal take on the situation. And I held on to that for a long time. A lot of anger and frustrations about things that were said from family members. And I just felt it was a lot of bullying and hate at one point. And as I got older, all of that stuff started to muster, and I became really angry. To the point I saw them differently as we got older. They may have changed and felt like they were reaching out to me more, but I wasn't ready because I was still holding on to the stuff that was said in the past. But I've learned that holding on to all of that anger and frustration, it hurts me more than it hurts them. Which is why for the past year or so, I've just been focused on myself, focused on growing and just being at peace. And I've been showing more love, I feel, rather than anger and hate towards anybody. Because like I said, it was hurting me more than them. And at the end of the day, I'm reaching for blessings from God. I'm just reaching to be a better person. I don't have time to hold on to this stuff, and I don't have time for drama, which is why when negative things are said, when it seems like drama comes in between friends and family, I slowly get pulled into it, but I pull myself back out. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for drama right now. I feel like we've lost so many people. Life is extremely short. I'm not gonna sit here on this earth focus on negative things that's being said. This person doesn't like me, that person doesn't like me. You don't like me, just stay in your corner and I stay in mine, but I'm not gonna hate you. I'm just gonna pray for you. And I'm honestly gonna continue living my life the way God sees. Because I can't sit here on this earth being the same person, staying still. And what I mean by that is not growing, not moving forward, and not forgiving, and remembering that if I hurt someone, that I would like to be forgiven, and I ask God to forgive me and just help me to move forward, not make those mistakes again. It's about moving on and growing. So that's where I'm at right now. And I'm thankful that I have a circle of people who have that same mind frame. And I'm thankful that we're able to just encourage each other each day and give each other positive affirmations, remind each other, no matter how hard the day gets, to still keep going, keep pushing. And just remind yourself that it will get better. You got to trust and believe it. And you have to feed into your mind. You got to encourage yourself. Don't look to other people for encouragement. I'm just saying. But it's good to have that circle of people that have that same mind frame of wanting to grow and not sit back focusing on negativity, focusing on things that's happened in the past, because we cannot change those things. We can't. The only thing we can do is just ask God to help us to relieve ourselves from all the stuff that has hurt us, and just ask Him to help us to press forward and forgive for our sake, so we can receive our blessings, so we can be happy. The second thing that hit me this week, I'm looking at it actually, and I'm gonna try to attach the video. After Mom died, she died June 2020, after a long battle of Alzheimer's and dementia. I had ordered a painting. It was actually going to be me and her, and I had completely forgot about it. I was just battling a lot of depression, But I got an email from the company. It's called Paint Your Life, and it just reminded me I still had that order in. So I went back on and I thought about it. I always said that I have two guardian angels, which is my birth mom and my mom who raised me, my grandmother. So I decided to get a painting of both of them together. I only had one picture of both of them. They've taken pictures in the past, but we've lost a lot of pictures. And the picture I do have, it was really blurry. So I thought it would be nice to have a picture of both of them in my home, my two guardian angels. Just a reflection that, and a reminder that they're watching over me. They're still here spiritually. They're still here in my heart. And even though I did not personally, I don't remember my birth mom because she died when I was 2 years old, I still feel her presence. I've been told so much over the years by mom, because that was her daughter-in-law. They were very close. And just by our family, how sweet of a person she was and how much she overcame in her, I want to say 28. She would have been 29 that May. Her 28 years of living. She overcame a lot of illnesses such as a stroke, and how she got sick when I was born. And she overcame it, even though she died in a car accident in 1992. Still, she was a really strong woman. And I would like to have that strength that she had, and also the strength that my second mother had, because I actually got to witness how strong of a woman she was, how she overcame so much. Even the stories of before I was born and witnessing growing up, how negativity came her way. She stood her ground. She didn't take anything from anyone, but she also bared that light of God and showed everyone that she wasn't gonna, she wasn't gonna fall. She wasn't gonna fold for anyone. That her strength came from God. He was gonna fight all her battles, which he did, and she kept that faith. And she encouraged me all the time to stay strong in God and keep the faith and let him fight your battles. A lot of times I feel short arguing with people, going back and forth, but I'm reminded now, it's not worth it. It's really not. And I'm thankful for both of them. Whether I knew my birth mom or not, she's still in my heart and I'm a part of her. So I'm thankful for both of them. And I'm thankful for that painting that was done. Paint Your Life did a great job. So I just have a part of them more in my home. And it's also been really healing. It's been healing talking about it. It's been a process. And the fact that we continue losing people, it's been really hard. And sometimes you can become really numb, like I have, to the point I don't talk about it. I try to shut down, try to change the subject, but that feeling is still there. Later on, it could be when I wake up or at night. So it's good to talk about it and good to get it out. It's been really healing for me, because at the end of the day, I do want to push on and push forward, for them, for my sake, because I believe that there's something great in store for me. I truly believe that. And I just have to be ready spiritually, mentally, for those blessings to come. So that's exactly why I'm just working on this new chapter of growth and just getting closer to God and forgiving as well, and not holding on to things that are not benefiting me mentally, physically, and spiritually. You got to release it. Another affirmation is shine bright. When you wake up every day, remind yourself that whoever you are is a choice. You create that narrative, so don't be afraid to highlight your humor, brilliance, and bravery. You're not here to be small. Come to terms with that truth, then sit back and brace yourself for the beauty that is you. Allow your light to shine brightly. There's never enough of your luminescence in this sometimes darkened world. That's one thing I would say about myself. I don't put on a facade. I'm not a fake person. What you see is what you get, and I can sometimes be really hyper, crazy as ever. I just love to be in a room and have fun. I don't want to be around negativity, so I just don't even try. I just have fun. And I love being around positive people. And lately I have, when it's even from my friends to, I would say, our high school group, Young Life, it's been nothing but positivity for me. And I'm thankful for that. And the fact that I just have friends that keep me laughing, and we send each other crazy videos, or we hang out and talk. It's not always so serious. You can have fun and just be humorous every so often. And even for me, doing TikTok is very funny for me because I never thought I could dance. And sometimes I still look at videos and be like, I really can't, but I have fun with it. From dancing to singing. So life is what you make it. We can sit back and just dwell on things that we can't change, or just learn to give those things to God and trust to believe that it's going to get better and live our life. Right now, we're in a world where we're battling COVID-19 every day, all day. We could just sit back and focus on that and dwell on it and look at the news all day and get depressed, or we can choose to continue to live our life and work and grind, pray, keep ourselves safe, and just do what we need to do. And I choose to do that, not just sit back and focus on all the stuff. Yeah, COVID is out here, but I still have to work. I still have to live. If I sit back and dwell on that, I'm going to be really, really depressed. And I'm going to want to probably harm myself. And I don't want that. Thank God that I'm not in that place. But some people are. So that's why it's good to just encourage each other and look out for each other. And just make sure you're taking care of yourself. That's what today has been for me. Just taking a break. Taking a breather. I didn't clean. I didn't cook anything. Took a break from my work, and I pretty much just laid down for a while. Then what helps me a lot is, as long as I have a prayer, is just listening to music. Music is an outlet for me that I love. So I've been listening to music all day and just relaxing. And shout out to great friends who sent me some positive messages earlier today when I spoke about just being drained and tired. They were really encouraging. I'm just really thankful right now to God for just all my blessings. It gets hard, you get tired, you get drained, but I'm not going to forget that I'm still here and He's still blessing me, through the trials. So be thankful regardless. I try not to complain because complaining gets you nowhere. It really doesn't. And I thank God for where He's brought me because I've come a long way. I can look back at old videos before I even started mindfulness and meditation where I was sharing my testimony. I was still in a really dark place. And honestly, I didn't realize it. But I would always speak into existence that things will get better. And I'm going to continue to, no matter how hard it gets, continue to see at least something positive. It could be 100 negative things, but try to find one positive thing in it and focus on that. That's a goal for me. But I also have my prayer circle, and we're actually starting something really soon just to keep each other, focus on the good things and the positive, hold each other accountable when we fall back and fall short. And my circle that just encourages each other. Speaking of which, I said it last Sunday, make sure you listen to the Harvest podcast by T. James, T-E-I-E, James. And she really speaks the truth and she's really encouraging. I've known her for years. That was my home skillet when we worked together at Ackerman Elementary, along with Ebony Toppin. We just look out for each other and encourage each other all the time. And I'm just really thankful. For a while, I hadn't seen or heard from her in a while, but I just thank God that we reconnected through Snapchat, because they've really been a great encouragement to me and a big help as to why I'm, not struggling with depression like I was. I feel like we encourage each other, and I'm thankful for them. Thankful for reconnecting with my family. It's not perfect, but we're getting there. Just remember to take care of yourself. If I can leave you with anything, take care of yourself. And when you feel like you are just giving so much and find yourself getting drained, that's when you need to take a break. No matter what anybody says, take a break for you. Don't worry about if they get mad. Don't worry about if they say that you're being selfish and they get mad with you. They need to do what they need to do. Take time for yourself and love on yourself and love yourself, because there's only one you. You can only do so much. So I just hope and pray everyone has a great week coming up, and we just continue lifting each other up and continue with the positive vibes. I know I am. I really am. So God bless and be breezy. So in the video, I talked about the painting that I got done of my two moms, and I wanted to share. So in the blue is my mother. She was my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, but she raised me from 2 years old up. That was Apostle Carolyn Ames. And in the white is my birth mother, Margaret Darlene Moody, my two guardian angels. I just hope and pray that I'm making them proud, and I'm really thankful for that painting. I'm thankful for all the wisdom from both of them, because I feel like I have a lot of them in me. And I just pray that I continue making them proud and that I continue making God proud.